are the factory of the name of SprintPCB from Shenzhen, and we established the company in 2007. We moved to the new factory address since 2024, the end of this year. And later I will introduce our factory and our office to you all. Our company is producing the PCB and how to source components and do the PCB assembly. We can comply with ISO, UL, IATF certifications, and also can support to double layer PCB, multi-layer PCB, HDI, and high frequency PCB for you. Our advantage is for the multi-layer and high frequency HDI PCB production. I will show you more details in our exhibition hall and our certification hall to you all. Okay, let me go out to have a look of our office first, okay? So this is our first front desk. You can see this is our SprintPCB logo. We have 12 lines for this logo. The logo color is green, means the environmental friendly. And we have two conferences. One is the media conference, and another is the training conference. We will have the training every week. Okay. So this is our exhibition hall. We have many samples in this exhibition hall. We have PCBs like for the testing, automatic, industrial, and also for the medical, for the aerospace PCBs. So you can see such like this, most of them is for the multi-layer and high-frequency PCBs. That is our advantage. And you can also see we have the partners here. This is a partner to supply us the material, and some are our main customers. We have Tile Ink for the solder mask, the base material from the Kingboard brand, and also we have the Rogers, such like that. This is our development history. We start from the 2007 and move to start from in Beijing City in 2007 and move to Shenzhen City since 2011. And then we will comply with many certifications like the IATF and also UL and ISO 9001 certifications in 2017. And since 2024, we moved to this new plant for production by the December of 2004 and expand our certification and expand our capacity in the new factory plant. Okay, and our products related areas is very range. The range is very big, like the industrial control, medical device, defense, and electricity, security, AI computing, and communication automotive all around this range. It's high-end PCB production for the high-end industrial area. And our key advantage is for the very fast delivery, samples support, and medium and the mass production support. Also the very quick reaction after your quotation, after you send a global file. Okay, if you have any questions, you can contact with us. We will have a very big team to support you to reply any queries and fast quotation for your inquiry. And also we can support any extra technical support answers from our professional engineer team. Okay, I will show you our office. And this is our exhibition hall. We will have ISO and also this you can see ISO 19001, and for the aerospace certification AS9100D, ISO 910001 certification, and IATF 16949 certifications. And for others, we have also for some certification like the computing, such like that, and we have our own ERP system to support very fast delivery, very fast reaction to you. And this floor, you can see, we have many members and from the Shenzhen Printed Circuit Association, such like that, and we also have some customers to give us some prize. Yeah, because we can support very helpful, useful, and fast, high-quality PCBs to them. We are doing the win-win cooperation, so they also very satisfied with our certifications, with our service. Yeah. And this is our office. It's very modern and very beautiful. You can see many people sitting here to do their job. And this is our team for the ordering department. Okay, I will introduce our overseas sales team to you all. You can see this is our sales team, and this is our overseas sales team. Hi, Lucas.
Hello, hello.
Say hello. Yeah, Winnie. Yeah, we work from Monday and to Saturday. And even if you have questions during your working time, we can also to track our emails and messages time to time to reply you very fast questions. So you don't worry, we will have the time difference. Okay, we can walk around to have a look of our office. And you see, that line is all our design team. Yeah, let's go. 往这边走吧。
你听我说，你听我说完好不好？不是说我不过去。
So are you curious if you have Gerber files? When could we give you a quotation? We can give you a quotation within 2 working hours. And if you need us to give you extra support, our engineer team here can also support very professional technical support, such as to support the stack-up structure or any our capacity, such like that. You can ask very freely. And our engineers work 3 different times shift, 24 hours working, 3 different times working, so we can support you very fast EQ and working Gerber files to you for confirmation after you order the PCB from us. And we are using the very advanced engineering system and ERP to support your questions, your Gerber files questions. Just now, this is our team for the ordering department. Our ordering department is also working in a very fast reaction. They work 2 different times. So we can also, once you give us the Gerber files, we can give you the quotation within 2 working hours. And after that, if you place the order to us, we can give you very fast ordering process in our inner system. So then we will give you the working file and engineer questions within 1 working day. So just now we have a look at our exhibition hall already. So this is our training conference. I will introduce you. we will have the training every week, 3 times every week for sales, for the professional PCB production technology, for our workers, how to make them, to train them, to use the advanced machines, to train them how to control the quality. So let's go to move our through line to the factory, and I will show you our working shop, how SprintPCB to produce the most competitive and high quality PCB to you. Okay? So if you have any questions, if you have any engineering questions, you can send emails to our SprintPCB official address from our website. Our website is www.sprintpcb.com. www.sprintpcb.com. You can also send a WhatsApp message, send an email to us to ask the questions. Even you have Gerber files, you can send the Gerber files or the bombs. You can also send the bombs to the emails. You see, our factory is very beautiful. We have some skin here. Many our customers come to visit us. We will take a picture here. Our factory is near the Shenzhen airport. We can see the airplane in the sky every time. By now, maybe no, but every moment we can see the plane in the sky. And our factory is very clean and beautiful. We work very heavily here. So we go to the drilling workshop first, okay? 去这边。We need to wear the shoes first. So the first thing is that this is our drilling workshop. Be careful. Yeah. So our drilling workshop have 35 machines for drilling. This line are the 10 new drilling machines since last year from October 2025. And those are also new machines since we moved the factory from this new plant. Our drilling size can be 0.15 millimeter to 6.35 millimeter. We can support you HDI multilayer PCB to support you high quality and competitive PCB production. Yeah, we can show you some machine how to use it. Maybe this way. Yeah, for the PCB, we will make the laser aluminum plate under the PCB, and then we drill the PCB. The aluminum plate is to, the purpose of it is to the heat dissipation. So this machine is for the aluminum plate manufacturing. You can see it is by the laser to drilling the holes for the aluminum plate. Here we can see the light of the laser. Okay, are you curious how we made the HDI PCB? Because we have the very professional and advanced brand machines to support the high quality PCB drilling. So we can support you the HDI PCB manufacturing with high quality. So later I will show you our warehouse of our base material. This line just now I introduced is also new purchased drilling machines. They have the medium speed, high speed PCB drilling, different speeds to support different size, different drilling holes. So this is our CCL laminate, our base material warehouse. You can see our warehouse is step by step. It's very clean and very clean and in system. And we have the material brand such like that, KB material, TUC, Shengyi, and also Rogers such like that. We have TU 8767 material, Rogers 4003C, and Rogers 4350B material to support the high frequency and high speed PCB production. So we have many PCB material here. It's very clean, and we have the mark here, such like this. This is the Shengyi material, and the panel is S100-2M. Yeah, and we also will have different thickness of the material. And the material size, basic size is 37 plus 39 and 41 and 43 plus the 49 size, the different size to support our panel to cut the sheets to support different size, different shape of your PCB gable file. So you can send any design to us. We can produce and make based on your design. Okay. See, we have the very big logo here. Just now I mentioned 12 lines in green color, very environmental friendly springs. We are very proud of this. And these are the very heaven machines here to make sure our environmental friendly. And we also have environmental friendly machines in top of the building. Okay, this is for the workshop, for the plating workshop, coppering workshop, and this is the drilling machines to make making the mark of the PCB sheets. Okay. So the first floor of this workshop is the wet floor. Means this or the workshop is for the wet process, like the pattern plating, copper, and copper reduction, oxygen, such like that. The machine is very heavy. And our workers will have the gloves on hand to protect themselves here. So this is the line of the pattern plating. You can see the PCBs is still in the inner layer for the multi-layer PCBs. So how can you give us an inquiry? If you send us the Gerber file in PDF, Gerber formats, Eagle formats, we can also to produce the PCB for you. We can export the Gerber file to send you the working Gerber file for your confirmation. After your confirmation, then we can produce the PCBs. Now is the April end of the March, and will be the April very fast. So our production is very busy. You can see many different PCB in the pattern plating lines in the wet process. So you can also see this line is for the copper plating. The copper plating is made if you want the PCB copper for 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4 ounce, we can make up to 6 ounce PCB copper thickness for you. So if you have thick PCB production, you can send us inquiry with your Gerber file to our email address. Okay, we have a look. This line is for the etching line. Etching line, we will have the film stripping, and also this is also the film stripping, and the waste water. This tank is for the wastewater and HF water cleaning, and also the air blowing to clean the PCB after the wet process. And this is the selective etching for the PCB. So this whole line is for the etching line. After the PCB pattern plating, and we will make the etching for the PCB. Okay, and this workshop is for the lamination. This portion is for the lamination. We can see from here. We have 3 lamination machines here. They are very big machines and need very high temperature here. So we need very careful to stand here. Almost the customers come to visit us. We will invite customers to have a visit at the gate of this workshop, so to protect us, because we also don't want customer or anyone else to introduce our workers' production here. So we can make the lamination for 4 layer, 6 layer, or up to 40 layer PCB production. So now this line is the etching line. So and later this line on my right hand, this line is for the oxygen. Oxygen is the pre-treatment before the lamination. So oxygen is to make the lamination, to make the base copper to connect each other very closely, very smooth before, after the lamination. So the after press, the stack up of the lamination, the PCB, the multi-layer PCB can be very good and high quality for production. Okay, you can see this. So this line, you can see, this line is for the deburring line. Deburring is to deburr to reduce, to move out the burrs after drilling. After you drill the holes on the PCB because the material such as FR4, it is the fiber glass material. It is the fiber glass material, so after curing, you have burrs in the hose. So we need to move out the burrs in this line. This line is for the deburring line. So it is PCB board come here, and acid, rice, and cleaning, and also the automatic scrubbing machine, such like the line process to defer the burrs, to move out the burrs from the holes of the PCB. And this hole is for the chemical labs. You can see from the window, yeah, we will to have the chemical test before the PCB production. We will to make the different percentage of the chemical liquid. So we can see it's very automatic machines. All of this, no need people to always standing here. We have the PCBs to defer, to move out the burrs from the holes here. And then our workers will move out these balls to the next process. So you will have question, how we control the quality? Yes, because customers like you will care about the PCB price, PCB quality, and also our service. But no worry about that. We will have QC and AOI for each process. So no worry about that. And this line is the copper plating. Just now we see from the top of the copper plating. Now we can go work around this line to have a look. And we also will have the alert part here to alert our workers to protect themselves, to take care of themselves for the safety of the production. We focus more on the safety and then high quality production. So you can see with our key points of SprintPCB: human first, and then high quality and customer first. Okay, we can go to our second floor. The network is okay. The network is okay. 网络还好。网络还好，是吧？
我看不出来。
哦，这样子的。有回放的是吗？
应该有。
啊。
看下会不会卡的话，就说明是网络不好；不卡的话，我这边没有显示。视频号直播的话，它会有一个网络进度条。有红啊、黄啊、绿啊，这样子。
这个没有。
这个没有看到有这个网络的一个情况，就是0个人。
所以我才想是这样子的。
一开播会有10个人。
哎，开播时候会有的，待不了多久的，一般，是吧？你待不了多久那些人，因为你很那个。
一开播的话，系统
会推荐是不是？因为他很多人可能就是观众没有那个，就是没有意向，也不懂这个东西，他没有兴趣看，扫一眼就跳了，持续不了太久。So the second floor is our circuit making floor. Outside, we can see this different lines is for the rusting lines. It's medium rusting. This line for the medium rusting. Hi. And this line is for the archer blasting. So we need to wrap the base material, and then the material will move into the next process to make the circuit making. Yeah. And we need to move out the dust, such like that from the base material. So it's very key point to protect the base material to make sure the material is clean and useful and suitable for the production. It is the key point to first step to make sure the PCB high quality. And this line here, you can see, have the AOI for the circuit making. You can see the AOI workshop. So this true machines is the AOI for the circuit. You can see it is AOI is by the skinning the PCB board to skin it to see if it has the short circuit or the open circuit or not, to make sure know the functional issues during the production. Then we can move on the production for the next production process. And these machines, so we can see these machines are for the repair machines. This repair machines is based on the IPC class. We can support you IPC class 2, IPC class 3. So all of the PCBs, if after AOI or the QC, will have some small questions. But our QC colleagues will check if they are within the IPC class, then we will move on to the repair machines to repair it. But all of them, the standard is at least IPC class 2. So after AOIM, we can see the inner room is for the dust clean room, no dust. Our colleagues need to wear the platform and into the room to move out by wing. The winning room to move out the dust and all the others, and then go into the room for the circuit making. Are you curious about that? Let's go to have a look. We can work and have a look outside the window. So you must be very curious about the quality. But we have the AOI, X-ray, and also the QC for every process production. So we can make sure the PCB production with very standard and high quality based on your IPC class standard. We can support you IPC class 2, IPC class 3 standard. You can also see we have very many green plants here. So the same, SprintPCB focus on the human, focus on the environmental protect and high quality and people protection too. So we can see this from this window. We can see inside it is the circuit making. The main machines for the circuit making here is the CDI, yeah. Yeah, LDI machines. We have the LDI machines, the advanced LDI machines to support the PCB circuit making. It can scan and with high speed, very fast production of the circuit exposure scanning. And all of our workers, you can see, we wear the uniform inside. and we need to go into the wind room to clean the dust after wearing the uniform. Yeah, we have more clear look from this side, the LDI machines. We have 2 LDI machines. These are for the circuit making, and later we have different LDI machines for the solder mask exposure. So this one is for the circuit developing, and from that window we can show you the LDI machines for the solder mask exposure. So you see, we have also 2 LDI machines for the solder mask exposure. And we have the chart to test the moisture and the temperature in this room. And here is the QA table to have a track after the PCB production circuit making. You're probably very curious why our factory is so clean with, in this busy season, because we have many tools to collect the PCBs in order, and we will make the factory mess up. So every workers and our management, we will have the training for the workers to use the machines, how to make sure the high quality, how to make sure the safety in production. And this room is for the legend room. This is made the seal screen of the PCB after the circuit making. So I will introduce you. We have the automatic seal screen machine. This machine have 2 tables to make the PCB seal screen. So it is with more effective and faster developing for the seal screen process. And this machine is with the 1 table. For that is for the handmade, we also will have the handmade seal screen. That is, for example, when you have the seal screen adding, or you want to add the seal screen after the PCB finished, we can add the seal screen by the handmade touch. Okay, here we can support you PCB mask in green color, purple color, yellow color, and also blue color, such like that. All of them we can support to you. If you want, you can tell us what is your request, what color you need. You can tell us, we can evaluate it and support you. We can close you within 2 working hours. This profile, this is the profile workshop for the outline making. So we can see, this is the profile workshop. We have 20 profile machines to support your PCB fast delivery after the circuit making, so the mask making, circuit finish making. And we will have the chart to show our during bit, the lifetime, how to use them, so every worker could clearly know the jewel holes. And we also will set up the data in the computer of the life of the jewel bit. So we want to make jewel bits to use for such a very long time, to make sure the accuracy of the jewel bit, the jewel hole size. So that's why we have the system, have the computer, have the training workers to protect, to make sure the high quality of the PCB production. this line we can see, these are for the V-cut separating of the PCB, making the V-cut. We can have a look at them. This small machine is for the small PCB, small size PCB V-cut, and that bigger machine is for the bigger size PCB V-cut. And this is to make the bevel edge for the PCB. If you have bevel edge of the PCB, we can also support the PCB production for you. Okay. So if you have any other special PCB requests, we can also support you. But some kind of special request, it is not shown in the Gerber file. So you need to email us with the messages, with the information, such as if you need a killable solder mask, if you need a bevel edge, golden finish, or the golden fingers, such like that, or the thick finish of the copper finish, you need to tell us in the email with the Gerber file so that we can evaluate the cost within 2 working hours for you. And after the production, after you place the order, we can make you the engineer questions, we say EQ, and also the working files for your confirmation before the production. So all of the process is to make sure we are producing the right things to you with competitive price and high quality for you.要往这里走吗？这里不要载。我也觉得这里太窄了，哇，这里太窄了，往外面走吧。嗯。So after the profile machines, how the PCB going after this process? We will go to separate the PCB from panel. Right now, the PCB is still in the big panel, in the working panel, but we need to make the customer request panel for delivery. So we need to come to this workshop to make the separating, to make the in the customer request panel. And after that, we will make the electronic test. We have 35 machines for the electronic test. 35 machines for the flying probe test. Flying probe test, you can have a look here. So this is the working panel for the electronic tests by the flying probe test. We will set up the data based on your Gerber file, the testing points, so that the machines will scrap and notice the testing points and test based on your Gerber file. And we will have a different speed flying probe test, medium speed and high speed flying probe test. It's very sharp, isn't it? So we will make the 100% of the flying probe test for all of your PCB orders. 100% flying probe electronic test to make sure the PCB without the functional issues before the delivery. So no worry about the quality issues. We will also have AOI X-ray 100% electronic test before delivery. Also, later I will introduce you our FQC for that. Okay. Go. So you can see this room is for the FQC test inspection. If you have mass production, we also will have the FQC by machine, AVI machines for the mass production FQC inspection. After that, we will by handmade FQC inspection. It is for the small prototype, small production, small quantity production by the human handmade inspection for the FQC. So make sure before delivery, we can make sure no functional issues for the PCB. Make sure the high quality based on your IPC standard. This machine is for the AVI outlook inspection. AVI is for the outlook inspection. So we will have the PCB board input from this side. Input from this side. Yeah. And then the data will have showed in the computer screen here. And PCB move out from this line. Okay, PCB move out. All of the PCB move out from this line. And the data will export to these computers. Our workers will mark the reason and the quantity of the PCB board. Each PCB board will have the screen lot, have the lot to categorize which PCB has the issues and what kind of issues the AVI machines will highlight in the computer for this PCB board, and then our workers will mark out by the mark on the PCB board. Then we can separate the NG PCBs in one cart, and then we will repair and FQC by our human inspection and to recognize what kind of issues, if it is wrong recognized, wrong inspection or not, or need to repair or need to scrap up or need to remake or not. So this is the AVI inspection machine, how it is work. This is make sure we don't waste too many human people to inspection for the mass production. So AVI machines can make sure the quality FQC by the machine for mass production with very short time to support very fast delivery for mass production, also very high quality for the PCB. FQC inspection table here to inspection by our human. 是的。Now is our workers is off work for the lunch. They have different working time from the office, and they will have a short break time for lunch, for break, and then work to make sure every people are in the very good spirits, very good status for working. And now the physical lab, now I can show you. 不上了哈，可以开灯了。对呀，可以的呀，反正来没关系啊。Yeah, 我也讲了，下班了。Yeah, so our workers are off work, but I can show you what kind of the physical machines in our physical lab. We have the impedance test. Yeah, impedance test. Okay. And we also have the ionic test if you have this kind of request. And this is the copper pooling tester. And these are the microscope inspection, and we will make the micro section, and then to test, to inspection the data based on the micro section. And this two tank is for the solderability test. So before the SMT, before the PCB assembly, we will make one pieces of the solderability plate to test it is full and good for the solderability of the PCB board, and then you can move on the SMT process. So here we can make the micro section in this plate, and then we go that computer for the checking the data based on the micro section. We can check the copper thickness, the hole size, and the wire width, wire gap based on the micro section. And we will make the reports, including the inspection, including the electronic test, including micro section reports for you. And also, if you have the impedance control, we can also make the impedance control data in the reports before the delivery and share the reports to you. So you can see what we have done and how we control all the process quality based on the report too. So after that, after the QC, after the report physical lab, so we will move to pack the PCBs. Pack the PCBs with the vacuum package and put the reports inside the box to make sure the box is for the overseas shipping. Make sure no any damage during the shipping. So all of the process, we are taking care of the quality, taking care of protecting the PCB production, protect the PCB during the transport. So if you still have any PCB inquiry, you can send a Google file to us for making the quotation first. We can negotiation, we can support you very fast quotation action, and also to take care of the quality of the production and give you a very good after sales service. 现在是多久啊？
53分。
啊，要讲足1个小时吗？
就讲在外面再讲一下插盘就差不多了。
那如果是有人，你怎么知道有什么人问什么问题呢？要看手机是吗？
它是有弹幕出来的。
哦。
所以目前没有。
但是我的手机要连上你的才能看到。结束吗？直接硬结束，硬结束。
一句带过嘛，然后介绍一下厂房，然后直播就到这里，下次我们再关注我们，持续关注我们。
好。So just now, this is our PP current, copper foil current. So by now you can have an overall look at our working shop for the PCB production process. You will ask, why you don't show me the service finish? SprintPCB, I can tell you, SprintPCB to outsource the PCB service finish process, because in China, service finish process will need a very special environmental protection. So in the same industrial park, we'll have several, 1 or 2 service finish factory for this kind of process. So we outsource, that is just near 100 meters from our factory. So it's very near from us. It's very convenient for us. So the service finish workshop can support us also based on the IPC class standard to support very high quality and don't influence the PCB delivery time. So you don't worry about the delivery time. We have almost full control the time for the production, also the quality. We also will have the room, have the colleagues to have the IQC, incoming QC for the PCB after the service finish. So here is also we come to the park, the car park here. Okay, so today I will introduce by now. That's all, and I will hope to see you all next time. I will hope if you come to our live streaming, I can see you all next week. See you.